Deep in the heart of the ancient forest, where sunlight dapples the mossy ground and wind weaves melodies between the trees, there lived a little bird, alone but not lonely. Its feathers gleamed in every color the sun could conjure, casting tiny rainbows as it moved through the air. To anyone watching, the bird appeared radiant and free, dancing effortlessly upon the breeze. Yet if you looked past the shimmer of its wings and gazed into its eyes, you'd see something different. A gentle weight, an echo of stories held quietly within. Each morning, as the dew retreated and the forest stretched itself awake, the little bird ventured out, seeking moments to remember. It watched the sun rise and the petals unfurl. It listened to laughter carried on the wind and felt the hush that comes after rain. Every fleeting joy, every quiet sigh, every lesson etched by struggle, the bird treasured as unique and important. To ensure that no memory ever faded, it found smooth, tiny stones along its path. Each one represented a moment, a feeling, a memory. With careful, loving attention, the bird marked each stone and tucked it into a small cloth bag it carried with its beak, a keepsake for all it had lived and learned. In the early days, the bag was light and hopeful. With each added stone, the collection felt richer, like a spark of wonder glowing in the bird's heart. It would perch on a branch, open the bag, and gently run its wings over the stones, reliving the warmth of sunny afternoons, the sweetness of friendship, or even the quiet dignity of a tear shed alone. The bird believed that every emotion, from boundless joy to aching sorrow, deserved to be seen and honored, not hidden or pushed away, but cherished, each as much a part of its journey as the flight itself. As days and seasons turned in quiet procession, the bag swelled with memories beyond counting. It grew heavier, nestled now against the bird's chest, resting between heartbeats. The weight, at first barely noticeable, grew slowly, yet the little bird did not mind. It was proud of its treasures, confident that if it just carried them all, none of its life would be lost or forgotten. The idea of setting any of them down felt like betrayal, a denial of its own story. Time passed, as it always does, indifferent to the hopes or burdens of those who dwell within it. The bird continued collecting, moment after moment, stone after stone. The bag pulled down around its neck and wings, making flight more laborious, its patterns less graceful, its climbs more taxing than before. Still it gathered on, compelled by the need to hold every memory close. One gentle afternoon, as the golden hour painted the leaves in warmth, the little bird landed beside a wide-eyed owl, perched in the crook of a tree. The owl, aged and wise from decades of listening to the forest's secrets, regarded the bird with quiet curiosity. Its eyes, old as the moon, took in the bulging bag and the tired flutter in the bird's wings. "Why do you carry that bag?" the owl asked, in a voice both soft and deep. The bird tilted its head and smiled. "It holds my life, every joy, every sorrow, every lesson I've ever learned. Without it, who would I be?" The owl nodded slowly, as if he had asked this question many times before. "But do you still live in today, or are you flying with yesterday strapped to your back?" The little bird hesitated, unsure. It clutched its bag close and, feeling unsettled, flew away before the owl could say more. But from that day on, its wings felt heavier, its flight less certain. The owl's words lingered, like a distant song half heard, half remembered. As the weeks unfolded, the stones amassed. The bag, overfull, became harder to bear. Each morning, the bird yearned to climb higher, but its wings grew weak. It fell behind others, lagged by the burden it had so carefully curated. Even joyous occasions became a struggle, for every new moment had to be collected, and the bag, now bursting, pressed down harder. One evening, with storm clouds gathering and the forest shrouded in cold, silver rain, the bird strained to find shelter. Wind howled and branches dripped with chill. Exhausted, shivering, weighed down by memories that once brought comfort but now felt like chains, the bird's wings could no longer lift it. With a soft thud, it fell to the forest floor, the bag splitting open, stones spilling across the leaves. As darkness settled and the downpour softened to whispers, the owl returned. He gazed down at the little bird, now still, the precious stones scattered and glistening like teardrops caught in moonlight. The owl bent close and murmured into the night, "Memories are meant to guide, not to weigh you down." Then, as gently as a sigh, he tucked the scattered stones under a leaf, letting the river carry some away, letting the earth cradle others. There was no anger, no judgment, only the wild wisdom of knowing that to live is to let go. The little bird had tried so hard to remember everything, to honor every feeling, every lesson. But in its devotion, it had forgotten how to truly live. Its heart was so full of yesterdays, there was no space for today, and tomorrow was just a distant dream. In the hush that followed, as dawn prepared to return, the lesson revealed itself as quietly as a heartbeat. Our lives, like the birds, are a patchwork of memories. We cling to moments of happiness, replay old wounds, gather regrets and triumphs, hoping that by holding them close, we will never lose ourselves. But the past, if we carry it always, becomes a burden heavy enough to tether us, to keep us from rising. Life asks us not to forget, but to let go, to lighten our hearts and travel forward, unencumbered. Forgiveness, both for ourselves and others, is the gentle hand that unlaces the binding cords. Gratitude and patience are the wings that lift us high. In releasing our hold on yesterday, we make room for the simple beauty of now. The weight of memories is real, but so too is the freedom that comes with embracing the present. Each day is a new flight, a chance to soar unburdened, to gather moments and let them pass like wind over feathers, felt, cherished, and then released. So live with a lighter heart. Honor your past, but do not let it keep you from living deeply today. Forgive, forget, move forward. Change what you can, accept what you cannot, and trust that each new sunrise brings with it the possibility of joy, of hope, of flight. Be grateful, be gentle with yourself and others, and always look ahead, ready to embrace the world with open wings.